Hi everybody and welcome back to my backyard once again. Today, finally, we are gonna review the SpeedyBee Mario 25. Everybody has been recommending this drone. They say it's amazing, so I'm very curious to test it out. First of all, the box is super small and boom, inside you will find the drone, which is super wrapped, a guide and the accessory box. Inside it, you'll find a ton of stuff. First of all, the best included M2 screwdriver I've ever seen. Extra battery strap, only one set of propellers that have to go on the drone, so you don't have spares. It's HQ props 2.5 by 2.1 by 3. Cables and mount for DJI and other cameras. Pigtail antennas. A lot of C-clips and washers for your motors. I have never seen this in a drone. And a bunch of extra screws. Let's unwrap the drone and check it out because it looks actually one of the best good looking designs I have seen so far. Boom! Comes with motor direction stickers, it's outward spinning. It doesn't only feel super small but also super light at 90 grams with the propellers on. And once you put the O4 Pro, we're gonna be around 130, so finally a very light drone. And also I'm not surprised about the top injection molded canopy, but the bottom is not carbon. It's another injection molded, probably nylon part, but it's incredibly sturdy. Feels like carbon or even better, like it's very hard to bend. So very good job. I want to see more drones with this design. It looks incredible. The only 3D printed parts on this drone are these locks for not letting the canopy open on its own, but it's actually pretty hard, so you can even do without them. To open the canopy, don't press from here, press from up top, because otherwise it's super hard. And it should pop out. Boom. It's actually pretty secure on there. And you have instant access to the electronics. And the cool part about this drone is that this board is an all-in-one for everything. It's of course proprietary, so if you break it somehow and you have to swap it, you should get the same one, because if you get off-the-shelf parts, you're gonna have an hard time making everything fits inside this drone. Could work, but not as optimally. First of all, it's a F4 flight controller with 32-bit 25 amps ESCs. Comes with a capacitor, USB-C and XT30 at the back. At the bottom you have a very big buzzer which is soldered. It's also got an integrated express LRS receiver with the antenna sticking out at the bottom. And this white antenna should be for the Bluetooth connectivity function, so you can connect to the SpeedyBee app on your phone and set up Betaflight. It's also got the ports for a couple of LEDs at the back, DJI camera and GPS on the other, which is super cool to see on such a tiny drone. The motors are encased inside the frame. They are 1303.5 6660 kV. There are no soft mounts between the canopy and the frame, and not even inside the O4 Pro mount. So I don't know if this thing is gonna have jello. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be surprised. And boom, finally the DJI O4 Pro is inside. It can also fit the DJI O4 Lite, but it's best with this camera. It has perfect access to the USB-C and micro USB on the other side with this hole for the bind button. The antennas are built kind of weird inside here. You have a mount to apply them here and here inside the plastic, and you have to use the pigtails for that. If you want to use a GPS, you can stick it inside this back part of the plastic. It can fit various small sizes of GPS, and you can use the stickers they provide. They suggest flying with batteries between 550 and 650 milliamps 3S. I don't have the 650s, but I have a couple of 550s, so I'm gonna use these ones. And you can see this 3S fits like a glove. You even have the place to put your balance port on here, so it doesn't move while flying. And there is the perfect clearance to turn it on, and it makes cool noises. This will be my first time turning it on. I hope it flies. Yeah, I put the propellers on correctly. We are in angle mode. Seems very stable. Makes yeah, the 2.5 inches noise is a little bit screechy. It's not super loud, but screechy. Wow! It's actually very stable. Again, this is the first time I fly, and okay, I understand why people were so excited about this. He flies really nice. Yeah, this is what you get when you have a light drone. Wow. Yeah, very good advice. Now the tune is not 100% perfect. I can see a little bit of minor shake and setup every now and then, but it's really good. Especially being a 3S drone and it's very light. Yeah, SpeedyBee, it's making a very good job. Super controllable, super good feeling. Wow. Yeah, you saw a little bit of shake, but it's really impressive. Oh no! I wanted to do a cool trick, and now I hope it's not stuck up there. Okay, the propellers are not in totally bad shape, so let's keep on flying. I don't know, maybe the rates are not what I'm used to. It's very sensitive around the center. Today I am... I don't know why I am trying so bad to crash this drone, but it feels really, really nice. Wow. You were right. A ton of pilots have recommended this drone again, and yeah, it seems to be a very good one. This is a good drone to pair with the Pavo 20 Pro or Darkstar 22 because it uses the same battery. If you travel, you just carry one kind of battery. It's been flying for also 3 minutes and it's still going, so it's also an efficient drone, and that's what I always say. If you make a light drone, it's the best because it's efficient, it goes and flies nice. I don't understand why every drone has to be incredibly heavy, but this is well made. And I'm also a fan of this frame, which I didn't expect to perform this good. I don't think this drone has jello, so yeah. SpeedyBee seems to be making very nice drones, and the electronics is good, and the Bluetooth, like, it's a very refined drone. Now I cannot test the GPS because I need to find a small one, but I don't exclude I may carry this drone with me. Now I wish they make a 3.5 inches because this philosophy applied to that kind of drone will be the perfect sub 250. This injection molded frame seems very nice. Yeah. Okay, the battery is low. Maybe let's try it for once not to destroy it, since we got a nice battery life. 4 minutes and 23 of mostly pushing. I'm gonna fly another battery. Let's fly once again. This thing is a lot of fun. Now I am sorry that is... Oh, why always... I was saying, I am sorry that it's this bad weather and cloudy, but truly today is the only day I can fly because I come from a week of rain and I have another week of rain coming on. So really, it's being very hard making videos. I have a lot of them to make, but the weather is not helping me. Let's do it here. Oh, finally. Oh my God, where am I? I need to learn this trick because I'm not yet good enough. But I have to say, this drone for practicing freestyle, it's a lot of fun because it has the power, it has the control, but also it doesn't have the inertia required to break stuff. So it kind of pushes you to do more. We don't have the chicken around today. I am sorry also for that. It's not a very good test without the chicken, but we have a fox every night hunting for the chicken, and I am scared that they're gonna get eaten if I don't keep them close. So today they are closed, maybe even tomorrow and for the next days because it's raining. We have to sort out the fox problem. They have a very nice, you see, area to it's like the fox cannot enter here. It's all chicken wire, and they can just stay inside there. There is no grass because they ate all of it, but it's fine. Still, at least they have some space, and they don't need to go out every day. Sadly, I am sorry, but they have been not very present as of late, because every time I fly they are not present anyways. They just run under the bushes, so it's just better for them to stay safe, because my drones are not gonna eat them. The fox is gonna do a mess. I tried spraying perfume all around the chicken coop, but it didn't help. So I don't know how to keep the fox at bay. Yesterday night I found her in front of the chicken coop. I was coming with my car and I tried following her with the car, but yeah, it's just too fast and my car is not good enough to go on off-road. And yeah, if you have ideas on how to deal with foxes peacefully, please let me know, because yeah, I can always shoot her, but I don't want to shoot the fox. I don't know, maybe I can give her food far from the chicken coop and she'll be fine. Maybe she's just very hungry. I don't know, maybe we can all live peacefully. But back to this drone, I like it. Maybe with a GPS it can be a very nice complementary drone to the Pavo 20 Pro for urban exploring. Oh wow! I am not very good with this move today. Battery is starting to be kind of low. Let's do one more of these. Wow! Okay, yeah, of course, it always fails. And it's time for my final opinion on this SpeedyBee Mario Mini 25. I didn't expect to like this drone so much, so I have to say I am impressed, and you gave me a very nice recommendation on this drone. It's also more resistant than I thought, especially the propellers. The drone is light, so when you crash, even the propellers don't have much inertia crashing into them. Of course, if you fly over concrete, it's not gonna be super hard to brake, but I mean, it's just a little bit dirty. And I have to say, probably I'm gonna add a GPS, and maybe for some times I'm gonna carry it on my backpack, because it seems, again, to be a very nice drone to carry with the Pavo 20 Pro or the Darkstar, since it uses the same batteries. I didn't even use the bigger batteries for it. I pushed a little bit. Maybe if you use 600, 700 milliamps, 800, 3S, this drone can even go a little bit mid-range with a GPS and still be very small, very inoffensive. And you can even buy some additional propeller cages, so it kind of becomes a Cinewhoop. There is really a lot to like about this drone, and I really do hope they make a 3.5 inches version. I don't really see many negatives about it. It's a nice bind and fly. It's not a very nice drone to build, because you need to use the electronics and the motors and everything they used for this drone, so just get it bind and fly. Like, the flight controller is kind of proprietary, and you're not gonna find off-the-shelf parts that work this good. But as a BNF, pretty nice and recommended if you stick to the parts provided by the manufacturer if you break something. And that's all for today. As always, remember to like, subscribe and comment on this video. Let me know what do you think about this drone, but you kind of already did. I just came late to the party. And if you wanna buy something, check out the links in the description below, because many times you also get discounts. Thank you so much, stay safe and happy flying. Bye!